everyone, and welcome to another edition of 123 Wrestling. I am your host for the evening, Nick Slade, along with my two minions. We got Kristen.
You do know I co-run this channel, right?
Sure thing, minion. And Mo Brothers, my number one minion.
Banana.
Yeah. And as you know, since I am in charge for the evening, that means we are heading back to the Impact Zone for 2023 Hard to Kill. Oh, and we got a good card going here. So, you guys want to go ahead and get started? You have any thoughts about the overall show before we get started?
Well, I glanced quickly at the match card. I mean, looks to be a really good show. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and it could bite me in the ass, but like, I haven't been wrong yet about good Impact shows. All of the ones we've been watching lately have been top notch. So,
do you guys want to talk about the two pre-show matches? They're not too important. They're just kind of there. And sometimes we don't even make it in time for pre-show.
It's such a random. Okay, I will want to mention the random six-way match that's on the pre-show.
It's just those random people in this match.
I mean, sure, just have on the. How do you have fucking Kushida and Speedball Mike Bailey on the fucking pre-show?
I mean, there just aren't any storylines for them on the main card. At least they're on the show.
I forgot to mention Yumura, but whatever. That's the only thing. I'm like, I just noticed it says Kushida and Mike Bailey. I'm like,
it's probably because they have Kushida in for the tapings and they just wanted to use it for the pay-per-view beforehand.
Well, it will be nice to see him again because he's past that. Was it foot, mouth, and something disease? I forgot the full name of it.
Foot, hand, and mouth disease, something like that.
I think that's it. Yeah, that other than that, no, not really. I got nothing on the pre-show stuff.
Yeah, like let's talk about it real quick. The six people in this match is pretty interesting. Is Alan Angels? I'm going to try this. Bumpadere, Gujar.
Didn't we do this already? It's Bhupinder Gujar.
Bhupinder Gujar. Sorry, Indian is not my
first language. Yeah, I get it.
Of course, Kushida, Speedball Mike Bailey, Yuya Yamura, and legendary indie wrestler Mike Jackson, who has been wrestling since 1972. And
that would make him in his 60s, right?
He was born 1949. So he's pretty up there.
No, fuck you. What
is 70? He's 71.
Okay.
He's made some.
Check your math, because 40 plus 70 does not equal 2023 or 2022 for that matter.
59, 69, 79, 89, 99, 2009, 2019. Yeah,
there's a link to this guy.
20, 21, 22, 23. So 76.
He was born in 72. He's 50 years old.
No, his debut is in 72. He was born in 49.
He's in Oh, wait, here he goes. He was born in 49. He is 63. How are we starting with random, he's 72. He's 73. He's actually 73.
Something about that. But yeah, he's known like among like hardcore wrestling historians because he's been around a long time as a lower card guy. Yeah, he's wrestled like Ric Flair, Carlos Colon, Bob Backlund. He's wrestled in the AWA, UWF Mid-South, World Wrestling Federation, Jim Crockett Promotions. He's been around a long time. Like, he's basically semi-retired right now. He just wrestles the indies sometimes. And he's been making some special appearances on Impact Wrestling.
He actually managed to make the PWI Top 500 last year.
Yeah.
At number 480, mind you, but like,
yeah, it's not bad for a 70-year-old man who was last on that list in 1993.
True, but okay. Anyways, can we just move on?
Yeah, but who do you think is going to win? Is it Kushida? Mike Bailey?
Kushida. I don't know. It's Kushida or Bailey, in my opinion.
All right, and then Mo, do you have a prediction for the six-way?
I'm going to say Mike Bailey since he seems to be on a roll.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, other pre-show match is the Death Dolls, which is Jessica Havoc, Rosemary, and Taya Valkyrie taking on Giselle Shaw, Savannah Evans, and Tasha Steele.
Okay, great. Cool.
Death
Neat.
Dolls. Okay.
Neat.
Okay, down to the main show. In a Falls Count Anywhere match, Rich Swann is taking on Steve Maclin.
Isn't there something special about that Falls Count Anywhere? It's not just any kind of Falls Count Anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember.
If I remember
here it is
correctly, it can take place anywhere in Atlanta.
What should there be it should be quotation marks around where it says anywhere?
Yeah. They faced off, and they wrestled on December 22nd. They ended on a double count out, and then they kept fighting because it's gotten personal between them. And 2 weeks later, Swann challenged them to a rematch. It's on Falls Count Anywhere. But yeah, I think you're right about it. The Falls can count anywhere in the city.
Shouldn't be called a Falls Count Everywhere match.
Well, anywhere,
no, because
anywhere.
Then they could be on a plane at one point, and then they're just in the sky, and then it's like,
hey, that's how the
I think anywhere already
title
covers it.
changes.
It doesn't say anywhere in the arena. It says anywhere.
It's weird. We know.
So yeah, this could be fun. They might pull some shenanigans with this one. And of course, it's Rich Swann, Steve Maclin. They're both really good. So it's kind of hard to pick who's going to win, though. Ooh, Steve Macklin's been kind of on a roll. I feel like this is the beginning of the feud, so I'm going to go with Steve Maclin. We got to go with.
Go on.
I'm gonna think that the goofy, in a way, nature of it Falls Count Anywhere in Atlanta, that it's gonna be like Swann comes out on top.
I can see that too. So Kristen, do you have a pick?
Swann. He wins in some random bar in the city.
Oh, now I'm thinking about switching to Swann.
They're gonna implement some kind of weird grand bar fight, and then eventually they get back to the ring, and then that's where in my prediction Swann will win.
All right. Next up for the Impact Digital Media Championship, Joe Hendry will defend the title against Moose. So last time you guys were watching Impact, Brian Myers was the Impact champion. He lost a title to Joe Hendry. Hendry. I don't know how to say it.
It's Hendry. Yeah, right.
Hendry. I'm trying to get the exact date. There it is. Yeah, he won it on October 22nd, 2022 tapings. And now afterwards he started developing a rival with Moose. Yeah, Moose cut a promo on December 1st saying that Moose was like one of the people leading up to this, say how he knew Bully Ray's true intentions, because a lot of people were calling Bully Ray out, saying how he can't be trusted and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he never wanted to hear Bully Ray's name again. And Joe Hendry came out saying that Moose is complaining about Bully Ray winning. Sounds like he wants a title match. And so he kind of like egged him on because he's Joe Hendry. And do you guys believe in Joe Hendry?
Yes.
And so Moose started targeting him and Gunjar Association, because Gunjar was like aligning with Henry because Moose is a common enemy. And he told both men to believe in Moose. And on December 29th, Henry challenged him to a match for a Hard to Kill. And here we go. So Moose is challenging him for the Digital Media Championship. So who do you guys think is going to win? I'm kind of leaning towards Moose.
A betting man would say Moose just to keep him away from the world title picture. A betting man would say Moose. But you know what? I'm going to go with my heart on this one. I'm going to go Joe Hendry.
Because you believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes, I
got to go with Moose. Moose. What do you think, Mo?
I am. Well, does Joe Hendry have any family that is
I'm sure
prominent on
he,
the?
he does.
I mean, that have
No.
appeared on. Okay,
Probably
then
in another country.
Yeah, he's from England. Oh, he's Scottish. Sorry, I apologize. I apologize to the Scottish people for confusing him with being English.
Well,
He's Scottish.
in that case, I will go with Joe Hendry because Moose
All
doesn't
right.
have any family that he can
Moose can target.
tackle.
Okay. So we have a fatal four-way match to determine a number one contender to the Impact Knockouts World Title, which, little spoiler ahead, is going to be Jordan Grace versus Mickie James, title versus career, but it's going to be first. So we got Deonna Purrazzo taking on Killer Kelly, taking on Masha Slamovich, taking on Taylor Wilde. The winner will face the winner of Grace and James.
So let me ask, if theoretically Slamovich wins, would it not Slamovich wins, Grace retains, would that be their third encounter?
I think so.
Because I know there was the one we saw at Bound for Glory.
Yeah, then they had a rematch where Grace retains. Yeah, it would be the third time they fought.
It would be the rubber match. So with that, with I guess kind of giving away who I think is going to win the Women's World Championship, I'm going to go with Slamovich. I feel like it's just her. It's the rubber match. Like they can get into a rubber match at Rebellion, perhaps, or the. I know they have the like Impact Plus shows. So I'm doubtful.
Titles have changed hands on those.
Yeah, but like a major title change and a rivalry that's been going on for the last few months now on an Impact Plus show, or do you save it for Rebellion?
I don't know. Can you really hold it off for like 4 months? And you gotta give people reasons to turn into these Plus shows.
So what's the story on Taylor Wilde?
She's been coming back to Impact and doing some stuff. Let me find it. Yeah, she came back early 2021. She's been wrestling some matches here and there. Then in November 2021, she took a temporary leave of absence due to personal reasons. She came back at Bound for Glory, which we saw.
Okay.
And she was gone for about almost a year. And now, December, I forgot about this. Yeah, in December, they changed up her character a bit, where now she's kind of getting into witchcraft. And so she's getting more darker personality.
Ooh, spoopy.
And so, yeah, and Killer, you guys might be familiar with Killer Kelly because Chris, I know you watch NXT UK.
I know who she is. Yeah.
So yeah, it's 4 talented women, so it should be a good match, especially Deonna Purrazzo also in there. But it's kind of hard to tell who's going to win between Grace and James because of the stipulations, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to go with Slamovich.
I want to go with Slamovich, all things considered. But I feel like that's such a match you could say for Rebellion, and like whoever they can easily make it to whoever wins here takes on whoever wins the women's one at the next Impact Plus show.
Yeah, well, if you want to do that, then a more fresh matchup would be Killer Kelly or Taylor Wilde.
Has Killer Kelly been like dominant in her matches lately?
Let me see. Bound for Glory, Following Night. She's won matches. Like she beat Tasha Steelz in a no DQ match.
Okay.
So she's won matches. Like she hasn't been like any major storylines lately. But that doesn't mean anything. Like number one contenders matches is usually how they start the pushes like that. I'm gonna stick with Slamovich, but we'll see.
Because I don't think it's Purrazzo at all, at all. Because we've seen like whoever wins that Knockouts World Championship, we've seen that before with Purrazzo and Mickie, and then even with Purrazzo and Grace, especially a few times now. So I feel like they would go with something fresh. You know
Yeah,
what?
because it's kind of hard for like, what do you do with Purrazzo right now? Because she's already won tag title. She's already won the world title.
Yeah. This was difficult because, like, except for Purrazzo, I can see any of those 3 women winning it, honestly. And like I said, it goes off the fact I haven't really watched Impact on a daily basis, but like, I'm gonna go with Slamovich and just hope. I guess go with Slamovich. Though my mind would say otherwise, I would say like Killer Kelly at least until the next big Impact pay-per-view, which will be Rebellion in April. So for now, I'll go with Slamovich because I feel like, but we'll have to see. Honestly, we'll have to see on that because I feel like that could be a really good match for Rebellion.
What do you think, Mo?
I am gonna go with Taylor Wilde.
Okay.
I think that I mean Purrazzo I know has had a pretty long run and multi-time, and then Taylor is one of those knockout champions. Would she be a knockout original?
She debuted in 2008, and that was around the time they were starting to knock out the division. So I can say yeah.
Okay, so I think she would just being as a knockout original.
Yeah, that'd be a fresh matchup, especially with her new gimmick. Yeah, that's a fair choice. All right, so next up for the X Division Championships, X Division Championship, Trey Miguel is defending against Black Taurus. The background of this match is after Kazarian vacated the title for Option C, they had to name a new champion. They had a tournament, and the tournament came down to Trey Miguel and Black Taurus, and to the shock of everybody, Trey Miguel turned heel and cheated to win the match. So he screwed Black Taurus out of the win when he sprayed spray paint in Taurus's eyes.
So now Trey Miguel turned bad.
Yeah, it's Trey Miguel's heel now. And then like Miguel kept. Now he's like, you know how the NWO used to spray paint NWO on the world title.
Yeah,
he's now been tagging the X belt with his spray paint.
Trey was here instead of S to Z.
And then he's been keeping it going by attacking Taurus's tag team partner in Decay, Crazy Steve. He cheap shot Crazy Steve, which caused him to lose a match against the major players. And then it was announced afterwards that the two would have a rematch for the X Division title at Hard to Kill. Well, I want Black Taurus to win, but I don't see Trey dropping it this soon, especially because he just really started his heel character. Because he's been champion 54 days because he won at Overdrive.
That means nothing at Impact. He won for 54 days. Yep.
Yeah, I know. And I'd like to see like Taurus. He's one of those guys where he's not tall, but he's big. And so he's definitely a unique competitor in the X Division because he does mostly usually smaller guys. But he can move. He can move. Like the dude's he's known for his work in AAA. He's former Latin American champion down there. So I want Taurus to win, but I'm gonna go with Trey Miguel retaining.
I agree on that. My gut says they'll pull some Impact shit and just give it to Taurus, but like
I wouldn't mind if Taurus got it.
He's good. I wouldn't mind either. I think he was in that 4-way match at Ric Flair's last match, and he was pretty good in that. Yeah, I'll go with Trey Miguel. This could easily be match of the night too.
Mo, do you have a pick between Black Taurus and Trey Miguel?
I guess I'm the only one who's just gonna be like, okay, screw it. It's gonna be Black Taurus.
Black Taurus. All right. All right, here we go. This is gonna be a fun match. Fatal 4-way elimination match for the Impact World Tag Team titles. The Motor City Machine Guns defend their titles against the 3 teams of Heath and Rhino, the major players of Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, and Bullet Club of Ace Austin and Chris Bay. this one's kind of hard because it's an elimination match. It's a 4-way match. And I could see, I don't think Heath and Rhino are going to win because they just lost the belts recently, not too long ago against the Motor City Machine Guns. So I can see either the major players or Bullet Club taking it. I'm going to go with the major brothers. Not major brothers. That's what they used to be known. The major players. I'm going to go with the major players because that's who I'd like to win, but I wouldn't mind a Bullet Club one either. Who you got? Which team you guys going with?
I
was 4 really good teams.
Yeah, there are really good teams in this. It's going to be a really good match. I say Mercy Machine Guns retain. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they keep all the gold for right now. You know, they're also New Japan strong open weight tag team champions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which apparently, according to sources, that's not lasting for much longer in its current format.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go with them. I don't know. I know Impact. They love swapping the tag titles nearly every single time they have a major pay-per-view. Nearly.
Well, they've had some really big name tag teams hold the belts lately.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, like they've had a lot of names in the lineage. Like just the past year or so, they have the Good Brothers, Finn Juice, the Briscoes, the Kingdom, Heath and Rhino. So I like it. The major players got it. Of course, you know, I'm a little biased towards Matt Cardona. So Mo, which of the 4 teams you going with?
I am going with the Bullet Club.
Bullet Club for life.
For the time being.
For the time being. Bullet Club. That needs to be now it needs to be a shirt. Bullet Club.
For the time being.
For the time being.
All right. You have any other thoughts?
I mean, really, that's out of everyone there. I mean, really, technically, almost every kind of team has been up on there with the tag team championship. Maybe not the tag team of Austin and Bay for the Bullet Club, but there was the Good Brothers, and then yeah, pretty much everyone else has had the tag team titles, right?
The major players have not.
Oh, okay.
Heath and Rhino, the Motion Machine Guns won the titles from Heath and Rhino, but the major players and Bullet Club have not held it. This version of Bullet Club.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Bullet
Club. All right, like we all picked a different team. The only reason I wouldn't go with Heath and Rhino is they just lost the belts. I don't see them getting immediately back. All right, here's a fun little match. Impact recently announced they had signed Jonathan Gresham to a contract, and he has some unfinished business with a certain Eddie Edwards.
Oh, really?
Yes, because back in the early days of Eddie Edwards forming Honor No More, one of the people to oppose them was Jonathan Gresham, who was Ring of Honor champion at the time. And they took him out before a big match. And then he went to, he was doing AEW's Ring of Honor for a while, dropped the belt to Claudio, then left. Then Impact signed him. So he's got some unfinished business with Eddie Edwards. Yeah, so he came back on December 15th edition of Impact after Eddie Edwards defeated Delirious, who's a Ring of Honor original. But then afterwards he beat up Delirious after the match, and Gresham made the save, and they set up this match. So this should be a really good match because Eddie Edwards he's still a heel, he's still bitter. Honor No More is no longer with him; he's on his own, and now he's got to deal with Gresham. So since Gresham he just got signed and he's back, I'm gonna go with Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, same here. Just because of the fact he just recently got signed to Impact. And it'll be interesting to see what he does with Impact Wrestling, all things considered.
He definitely fit in with the X Division.
I imagine seeing a couple mixed tag matches going on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, because he's dating Jordan Grace.
Yep.
He's married to Jordan Grace.
Yeah, that's right. He's married to Jordan Grace.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring that up either. Like Steve Maclin just got married to Deanna Purrazzo, so
Lucky dude.
I know, right?
All right, so yeah. So Mo, are you going with Gresham?
I am.
All right, so we all picking Gresham.
Yeah.
All right, next up, title versus career. Jordan Grace defending the Knockouts title against Mickie James, who as part of her last rodeo. If she loses this match, she will retire. Ooh, this one's kind of hard. I know. Like,
Is
Chris,
it like she'll retire from Impact in a wrestling capacity?
it hasn't been made exactly clear if she's just means from Impact or in general.
Feels like they've been hinting in general.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain.
I mean, she's definitely becoming more of a backstage producer for the women's division, if anything else, right now.
Mm-hmm. That's why some people think it because she's married Nick Aldis and he's a free agent now, that the Impact might be a place Aldis goes to.
Yeah,
because he's a former world champion there as Magnus.
Magnus.
Would you have him back as Magnus, or because since he's already made names for his Nick Aldis, like go by his real name?
Wasn't he recently at an Impact event and they still called him Nick Aldis? Oh, yeah. They called him Nick Aldis?
Yeah, they called him Nick Aldis, but he was still signed with NWA at the time.
I think they'll stick with Nick Aldis.
Because he's been more of a name recently as that.
Yeah, exactly.
If he goes back. But yeah.
If.
This is hard because I don't know, because Mickie James saying if she wins the title, she's gonna have she's gonna have the best run, like to be the best Impact Knockouts champion ever. So what I could see is James winning, holding it to maybe Slammiversary, and then dropping in a big retirement match to passing the torch to somebody. Giving her a real last run on top,
Yeah.
But I can also see Grace being someone she passed the torch to here.
Well, I said it before. I feel like when she gets to the I said it before. I've said it a couple of times now. When she gets to the champion, she's gonna lose and she's gonna retire. That's how it's gonna be. I can see it, but right now I still see Grace versus Slamovich being that match where Grace loses the title. I can't see Mickie James winning it, really. I mean, I agree with you. If she does win it, she could easily have like a last, like going out on top kind of run, like one last run with it and then retiring. But no, I'm gonna stick with my guns on this one. I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying the last few prediction specials. Yeah, I'm gonna say Grace retains here and Mickie James retires from something.
At least from Impact.
She goes, I retire from eating vegetables. I never said I quit.
I retire from eating vegetables. All right.
Wait, I retire from being a country singer.
Oh,
she meant it. She comes out to a dance remix. Just
I'm gonna go with my gut.
Dubstep. She comes out the dubstep.
I'm gonna go with my gut on this and say Mickie wins and gets one last run as champion. What do you think, Mo?
I think Jordan Grace is going to have a very entertaining bout with Mickie and come out on top, and then we find out what ridiculous stipulation actually is taking place with Mickie.
I could also see she wins it, and it doesn't pull it to Realistico, but like the next night on the next Impact show, she announces she retires, she vacates the belt, like winning it while going out on top. Basically, she still retires. I can see that happening,
like what happened with Gail Kim.
Yes, like Gail Kim, not like with Lisa go. Not 5 seconds later, she goes, I re-signed with WWE. Peace. My planet needs me.
Gone.
No,
All right.
no. I can see that happening. If Mickey wins, I could see her vacating the belt next Impact show.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so next up are main events for the evening. For the Impact World Championship, Josh Alexander defending against Bully Ray, cashing in his Call Your Shot championship match with a little stipulation. It is Full Metal Mayhem.
So is there no disqualification match?
No, pretty much anything made out of metal is legal.
So it's a no disqualification match for metal objects only.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
So
And
this is where we find out that Bully Ray has a metal plant in his forearm or something like that. Like
yeah, he fucking got fully prepared and went crap, I forgot the wrestler's name. I just blanked. Lex Luger.
Dusty
he goes
Rhodes?
Lex Luger.
Dusty Rhodes had the bionic elbow.
Yeah, but Lex Luger also had the bionic forearm.
All right. So yeah, Full Metal Mayhem. It's basically their version of TLC, though some TLC some Full Metal Mayhem matches do work exactly like TLC. We get to climb a ladder and grab something, and some are just hardcore matches with metal objects. I don't know which one this is going to be. I'm assuming the latter. So, yeah, anything made out of metal is legal. Tables, ladders, chairs, chains, anything you can think of. Tacks. If it's made of metal, it is legal. It's going to be hardcore as hell.
Hardcore.
And as we see with Impact, they're really good with hardcore matches.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So,
the deadliest object ever. A barbed wire wrapped N64 controller.
that was funny.
That was
next time it's going to be a metal plated N64. Actually, a metal plated Wii controller.
Ooh. You got to be careful. Those things are dangerous.
Exactly.
We would like to shove this up your ass.
It's like, he's got a Wii controller and it doesn't have the strap on it. Oh, no.
Oh, no, one wrong move and it's going to go flying. Watch out, everyone.
But yeah, this should be a fun hardcore match. Josh Alexander, as I said in our last little special, he's now the longest reigning Impact World Champion, so congratulations to him. I don't see him losing here, so I think he's going to retain, and I think he'll hold all the way to Rebellion. I have to see it be exactly 1 year, but at least a near 1 year reign. Mm-hmm. And there's other people who I think he might drop the title to, but I don't think it'll be Bully Ray.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like Alexander retains here. I'm going to be so in your grill, Nick, if Impact pulls an Impact. No. Sorry, let me rephrase. I don't mean to sound sour. If Impact pulls a TNA. I'm sorry, dude.
To play devil's advocate for just a moment.
Okay.
Bully Ray is a legend. I mean,
but like The Rock winning at the Royal Rumble against CM Punk, ending his reign, it makes no fucking sense. Yeah. And the only reason they would do it is to hype up a bigger match that nobody would care about.
Well, I don't know about that.
Twice in a lifetime.
Oh yeah, twice in a lifetime. Yeah,
but no. Yeah, I don't think they'll go that far, and that's why I'm sticking with my guns, saying Josh Alexander retains.
All right, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm going Alexander retains. Mo?
Interesting. Now, I was thinking during this conversation that I could not give an answer right now and wait until we actually do this. And my choice would be based off of whatever background I have. But I'm still gonna do that.
Wait, so
I'm not gonna give my answer yet.
What? This is literally the prediction special. You are authorized.
The prediction is in my head. I just choose not to announce it now. I choose to announce.
He's pleading the fifth
during the pay-per-view. I choose option C.
Option C. He chooses option C, Kristen. Can't do anything about that. He gets it once a year. Mo is your once a year. You get to do option C.
And you can't do it. I swear to God, if we figure out how to do predictions for WrestleMania when me and my brother are away, I'm going to be watching. You better not pull that, like, we'll see bullcrap in predictions.
Yeah, he gets one. Everybody gets one for once a year. To catch an option C. We'll see. All right. So yeah, I think, what do you guys think is going to be the match of the night? Kristen, you said it might be Miguel Toros.
Yeah, I mean, high Impact X Division title matches, or like their contenders matches at these events, have been like pretty up there in quality, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna stick with my guns on that, saying the X Division championship match.
Oh man, I can see the four-way tag match being really good. Oh, I can see Gresham Edwards stealing the show. Swann Maclin might be a lot of fun. And Alexander Bully Ray might be a lot of fun. Oh, that's kind of hard. I'm going to go with Gresham Edwards. So they're both really talented high flyers and competitors. And I think they might give them time to steal the show. Mo, what do you think is going to be the best match of the night?
I think it's going to be tied between the World Tag Team Championship and I want to say Rich and Maclin.
Oh yeah, Rich and Maclin. That could be good. Oh yeah. All right. So yes, I think it's going to be a really fun show, like Impact shows always are for me, and I'm sure for you as well. Does anybody else have any final thoughts before we move on?
It's better right now than what WWE's going through. That's for sure. But
it was me, Austin.
No, we're not. I said that's the only thing I'm going to say about the current situation that was just announced before we start predictions about.
Uncle Howdy is Vince McMahon. He pulls out the mask. It was me, Bray.
So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us about more stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share this around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about predictions for a very spooky Friday the 13th, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well. Let us know down below your predictions for Hard to Kill 2023. What do you think is going to be your favorite match and moment? What do you think is going to be your moment of, favorite match of the pay-per-view? What do you think is going to be favorite moment of the night? And you think there's going to be any big surprises overall? Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our predictions overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching. Now, fellas, where can they find you somewhere on the internet?
Oh, you can always check out FloridaGeeksing.com for my past articles and reviews. Also, check me out on social media. I am on the Facebooks, I am on the Instagrams, and I am on the Twitters. I am always a tweeting, a booking, and a gramming. So, Mo, where can they find you on this glorious wide web?
Well, since it's getting close to Friday the 13th, and I completely forgot it's going to be the first Friday the 13th of the year. Whenever you hear like a very, very light crushing of leaves, and you're just like wondering, where's that coming from? Who is that? And then you turn around and it's like there's nothing there. The moment you turn back around, you'll see me. And I'll say Afro Mobro, and then it's like follow me on Instagram, and then I'll have a QR code, and it's like you need to check that out, and that's how you'll find me, Afro Mobro on Instagram, as well as on Spotify and other music streaming services.
Well, I have a question. Do you prepare these ahead of time, or you just do it on the fly?
Well, that's a personal secret. I'll never tell.
Okay.
So until
all right, folks.
Okay, did you want to do the outro, Nick?
Sure thing. Until next time, I am the awesome Nick Slade.
I'm Mo Brothers this time.
And I'm Chris, and here reminding you to also check out our re-upload version of the Best of 2022 with the audio fix. Reminding you to also check out our Wrestle Kingdom 17 reactions still coming soon as well. Stuck that in there. Oh, and yeah, and this has been a very hard to kill filled episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling. So we will see you guys later.
Later. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.